Although the distinction between female and male is one that's common to all known human cultures, so in every society there's an understanding that there's one end of the spectrum that's male and another end of the spectrum that's female. So although those distinctions are common to all human cultures, the ways in which male and female bodies are distinguished, the role that each is seen as playing in reproduction, in local understandings of the biological basis of difference, the roles that they play in cultural attributes, the roles that each plays in society, and in fact the very importance ascribed to these differences, all of these vary tremendously from one culture to another. So to give you a nice example from a previous iteration of this course, I asked in class, when you think of what it means to be a man, what are some things that pop to mind? And people said, so somebody said like a football player, and I said, okay, that's great, let's kind of unpack that and see what are the characteristics that make a football player distinctly male. Distinctly manly. And people said, well, strong and gruff and powerful and someone who accomplishes things and moves things and all the other adjectives that might come to mind when you think of a football player. And a student raised her hand and she said, I totally agree with that, but I have to tell you that my parents immigrated from West Africa, and when my father first arrived here, he saw a football game, and he said he was horrified because, not understanding the game, he saw a bunch of men jumping on top of each other and losing their balance and falling and kind of running around in what appeared to him to be no direction at all. And she explained that in West Africa and Ghana, where her father was from, the ultimate manly man is someone who's really coordinated and strong and flexible, and someone who can maneuver very easily through the world. In fact, for her father, the ultimate manly man was, you might have already guessed this by the adjectives that I offered, the ultimate manly man is a ballet dancer. Someone who was agile, who was flexible, who could move very elegantly across the floor, etc. And so ballet players sort of captured the ultimate manliness for her father, while to him, football players were everything that was not manly. Now, we know that it takes a tremendous amount of coordination to act out the plays in football, but for someone who's unaccustomed to seeing football, it just looked like these guys were falling on top of each other and being uncoordinated and just using brute force without coordination or flexibility. And so to him, a football player actually essentialized what is not manly, the worst of being a man, while a ballet dancer was the most manly man. Now, which one of these is the true man? Which one of these is the really manly man? As my students will tell you, my favorite answer is yes, right? Yes to the football player from an American worldview, yes to a ballet dancer from a Ghanaian worldview, and in fact neither one of these is right or wrong, only in as much as they reify local understandings of gender categories.